Hi there, this is Dale L. Roberts, #1 best-selling fitness author, and I'm here to share a little bit of the process of how I do self-publishing. And here's the really cool part about it. This costs me no money, $0. That's right. And it provides me enough of an income and a residual steady income that it affords me really don't have to work at a 9-to-5 job. I can do what I like, whatever I want, if I want to stay up late or if I want to sleep in. This is one of the businesses in my self-publishing. So I want to show you how you can do this and how most anybody can. And we're just going to go through the publishing process. So we're going to skip a little bit of the actual formatting and of course the writing process. And this right here, the book that I'm going to share is part of Bootstrap Businessmen, and my business partner, Kevin S. Allen, actually put together a really good guided work journal. And he'd shared it with me originally with no intent of doing anything with it. And I decided, you know what? This didn't cost me any money to make it. And all I got to do is put together a nice little cover and we'll see about putting it up. So I want to show you, first of all, how we set up CreateSpace account. It's really easy. It doesn't cost anything. You're not obligated to anything. And I'm going to tell you this, CreateSpace has excellent customer service support. So if I don't cover something thoroughly, feel free to contact them. So we're on createspace.com right now. And I'm going to sign up. I'm going to enter my email address. Strap Business. I'm going to put in a password, no peeking. All right, and I'll put in my name. Country, that's pretty easy, in the United States. What type of media are you considering? We're going to be doing books primarily, but we can always change that out. It's pretty much for marketing purposes, I believe. So we're going to create my account. I don't mind getting the updates. A little bit of coffee here. All right, so they're going to give you a little bit of a service agreement. Feel free to read through that. It's obviously an agreement, and I don't want you to check off on something without being fully aware. So I already know what it is. I'm just going to go ahead. I agree to all terms and click continue. Another sip. All right, so we got a confirmation. I was anticipating that. I've got my email open. And click here to get started. So awesome. I'm going to go ahead and close out that other window. Beautiful. All right. So take a look at this. We can talk to a consultant. Feel free to get a hold of them. They are really, I'm telling you, there's nobody better than the CreateSpace customer support. I have called them night or day, and they're always patient. They're always super nice. They're very knowledgeable. And if you've got a problem and they're not able to solve it right away, they do get back to it in due time. So we're going to set up my book right now. I want to show you guys how we do this. So I do have a book already. Let's go ahead and just open that up. What do you say? I'm going to have you guys watch me for just a moment. Alrighty. The only reason why I'm going to go ahead and open this is because I can just copy and paste what I have. We're going to go over into BB. All right, there's Kevin's journal, and let's just go ahead and open that up. Excellent. Yep, you read it right. Fuck it, you can't rule the world from your couch. That's my boy. So I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste that on over here. Excellent. Looks great. It's a paperback. Here's a really cool thing about CreateSpace. You can actually put audio discs. I've done that before. You can do DVDs and video downloads. Really awesome. And here's the cool thing about the movie thing, and I would love to do this one day, is you can actually do video on demand through Amazon. So that right there is really nice. If you've got the equipment, I highly advise. Once again, it comes down to bootstrapping. You know, if you don't have any cash or you want to save your money, you can always create some income by just putting a little bit of elbow grease into your work. So we're going to go ahead, paperback. All right, I'm going to suggest that if you ever do anything, skip Expert, the beta version. It is really glitchy. I've used it on a few occasions, and unfortunately, as soon as you choose that option, I think unless you call up CreateSpace, you're stuck with Expert every single time on that particular book. It's turds. It's not good. So we're going to go into the guided portion, and this is perfect, of course, for this video. All right, so our main title, Fuck It, You Can't Rule the World from Your Couch. I want to make sure that that's an apostrophe. We don't want that messed up. Always double check your title. there's a subtitle. You can always add that in as well. Bear with me. Let's see here. We want to make sure I get this one right. So what we'll do is we're going to minimize this. We're going to head and open up. And I want to look at the title here, A Guided Journal and Workbook for Inspiration. Hopefully I can remember that. A guided journal and workbook for inspiration. Look at that. All right. Hooray for coffee. It helps me out. All right. The author is Kevin S. Allen. Now, bear in mind, you don't always have to use your name, but I would highly advise that you avoid using somebody else's. You don't want to put Stephen King in there unless Stephen King is your name. And also, you can put your brand on as well. So, for instance, my company, One Jacked Monkey, sometimes I'll release books like journals or quotes books, and I'll put One Jacked Monkey onto it because really there's no specific author of it per se, but you need to have that filled out because you can see there's an asterisk right there. You can add contributors as well if that's up to you, and if you plan on making a book series, put that there. If you do end up doing an ebook companion to this, and so in other words, releasing an ebook over on Amazon KDP, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get the titles exactly the same because otherwise they won't match up on Amazon. You want to have those match up. Is it a problem? Not really. It's more of a nuisance because you'll actually have to get a hold of Amazon and say, please match up my paperback with this ebook, and they'll put it together. So there's no edition number on this. It's obviously in English. We're going to choose the publication date. I'm just going to choose today's date. If for some reason you've previously published this or you wrote this on a certain date, you can always choose that date. The only thing is you just can't post date it. So in other words, you can't say, for instance, today's February 25th, you can't say that it was released on March the 7th, 2016. They will not let you do a post date. So we're going to save and continue. Super easy so far, right? All right. So before we can go on, I need to get what's called an ISBN. This right here is an identifier that pretty much gets it cataloged so it's internationally recognized. It's essentially like an international serial number is what it is. I think it might be actually international serial book number or something like that. I could be off. You can always send me a hate email if you were upset by that. CreateSpace can give you an ISBN. A lot of people are kind of concerned. They go, well, do I lose the rights to the book? No, not by any means. But according to when you're releasing it, it's going to say that it was published by CreateSpace and not published by, say, your business entity. In this instance, it wouldn't say Bootstrap Businessmen. But does that mean you lose any rights? No, not by any stretch. You can always go back in and you can always put in your own ISBN. Me personally, I've never had to worry about that. See, here's custom ISBNs. You can be able to put your book. You can also get a custom universal ISBN. I just recommend, if you're new to this business, just choose the free ISBN. I have only once ever paid for an ISBN. It was only because I wasn't aware of this really nice little system here. So we're going to assign a free ISBN. Now, this is kind of a fun part here. What we're going to do is we got to take this ISBN. We have to insert it into our document, okay, into our actual book. So I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to go switch right back on over to Kevin's book, right into here, and we have to insert that into the book. So I'm going to go ahead up here. I'm going to paste special unformatted text, and we're going to say, okay, this is great. This is a must by CreateSpace. You have to have the ISBN put in there. They haven't caught it every single time with me, but they caught a couple times where I didn't put my ISBN. I just forgot, and I uploaded it, and they said, hey, you're missing your ISBN. You have to have that in order for us to publish it. So just do yourself a favor. We're going to save that. Do yourself a favor, put the ISBN there. So we're going to save as. I'm going to go ahead and put this one to PDF because that's the format we're going to use when we upload. So save, it's going to probably say, do you want to? Okay, awesome. Yes, not worried about that. Don't worry about this process. Excellent, very good. I want to make sure I save just to be safe. Let's go ahead and we're going to switch back over to CreateSpace. And we're going to continue now that we have the ISBN. Isn't this fun or what? All right, so the next thing is you're going to choose the size of book that you're going to have. Thankfully for both of us, I forgot my size that I did, so we're just going to go ahead and open this up, and let me see the layout. We're going to take a look at the size. I think I did 5 by 8. I couldn't be 100% certain on that page setup. Yes, it is 5 by 8. Perfect. All right, good. I knew I should have trusted my instincts on that one. So you could choose different sizes. You could do black and white print. You could do full color. Keep in mind, if you choose full color, it does take away from your bottom line, from how much you actually profit. And as well, your customer is going to have to pay more of a premium to do that. So only use full color if you absolutely have to. And I would highly recommend that you use high quality pictures if you're going to use that option, because they're going to charge you whether you have crappy pictures or good pictures. Paper color is white or cream. Standard's typically white. If you want to make it cream, that's fine. We're going to choose a different size. And I want to choose 5 by 8. You see there's all these different cuts. You can choose more sizes, kind of a custom one, but bear in mind, once again, if you're not taking the popular sizes or any of their industry standards, they're going to take away from your bottom line. And the bottom line is you want to make money, not kind of make money. So we're going to hit 5 by 8. Beautiful. I love it. All right, we're going to upload my book file. I don't want to talk to any professionals about this. I am a professional. $200 to do that? You kidding me? If you do that, I mean, hey, call me and I will actually do it for you for $100 actually. No promises on that one. All right, I need to go to my desktop. We're going to go to Bootstrap Businessmen. We're going to go to the Fuck It Journal, and we are going to choose the Kevin paper cover. Nope, we don't want that just yet. Get out of here. We want the PDF here. We're going to hit open. Beautiful. We're going to run automated print checks. Now, it's going to say a bleed line. Bleed is how, if you have pictures in your book that can be cropped off at the edges, that's what they're referring to. So I never really care about this option, but ends before the edge of the page is almost always the one I put there. We're going to run automated print checks because I'm going to check to see if there's any kind of issues with formatting. So we sit, we wait, we take a couple sips of coffee because that's what's good for you. All right, well, now we're back. So it has uploaded it and it says our automated print check found one issue with your file. I'm going to put money on it that you are almost always going to have an issue. They have an auto vetter process and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but always check. Always check. Never exception to the rule. All right. We're going to head and launch Interior Reviewer. It's going to go ahead and show us what they have. And we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the very first thing you'll notice on the right-hand side is it shows us that little error message. So we're going to go ahead and click that and see what it's talking about. This PDF file was submitted at a size different from the expected trim size. We have attempted to place the content on the page in a reasonable location. So according to this, it says my PDF was the wrong size. You know, I did know it was the wrong size, but I know also that they just cut it down like they did right here. So it wasn't a big issue. So this looks great. Seems like a pain in the butt. But what you'll want to do is go through page by page. Make sure that your headers look good. Make sure your footer or your page numbers look good. And if anything's off, this is a good time that you want to say, okay, step back. You want to go back and make changes and try to re-upload it. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but remember, people are going to pay for this book. And if you give them an inferior product, then chances are pretty likely you're not going to be able to establish a good brand and you won't have long-term success. You really want to have long-term success. So just make sure you're putting together a good product. Okay, excellent. Everything looked good to me. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit save and continue. Issues I've had sometimes in their auto vetter process is sometimes they say the picture files aren't the right DPI or the dots per inch. And I contacted customer service and they said sometimes it triggers off for no apparent reason. So as long as you're uploading the proper files and you're doing the proper DPI of anything 300 or greater, you're going to be probably pretty good. So we're going to ignore issues and continue. All right, next thing is we're going to choose a cover. You've got matte, which is kind of just a flat type of a cover, you know, and then you've got glossy. Ooh, I like glossy. It's just a nice feel. In fact, actually, I've got this book. It's one of mine. You can see the nice glossiness to it. So I like that. It just feels nice in my hands. So we're going to leave it at glossy, and then we're going to come down and choose how to submit the cover of your book. You can build your cover online. So if you are bootstrapping it and you have no money and you have no graphic design experience, I just highly recommend you use their Build Your Cover Online. Are they pretty? Not really. And there's a lot of the covers that people use on there. But if you just play around with it, you probably come up with something nice. And you can probably still make a decent amount of money from it as long as you just put a little bit of promotion behind it. Professional cover design service, $3.99. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know anybody that has used that service yet. I imagine it's going to be really good, but you can look over onto sites such as canva.com. You can make your own right there, or you can go to somewhere like 99 Designs or archangelinc.com. Those ones actually have the same professional service, but it's definitely cheaper than $400 for a cover. So we're going to upload my print-ready PDF cover because fortunately I do know how to create covers. Are they the best? No, but they're definitely far from what they give here. So there is my cover. It's already set, and we're going to head and upload that. Open, and we're going to click Save. That is actually the proper trim size. So if they tell me it's not, I will be rather upset. So excellent. Cover's uploaded. They want it glossy. Awesome. Good. We're going to just click Continue because we're coming to the very end of this portion of the video. If everything looks good before you move on, make sure everything looks awesome. All right, I have the right title. I have the right author. ISBN, I'm sure, is probably right. It's a 5x8, 36 pages, black and white. PDFs chosen. Good, good, good. Submit files for review. And guess what? All we do at this point is just wait. Typically, CreateSpace gets it taken care of within 24 to 48 hours. So while we're waiting, all I usually do is come back in and take care of things. Now, according to this, says missing royalty payment. That's where I'm going to have to fill that in. You'll have to forgive me, but I don't want to actually do this in front of you on the video. So I'll go back and fill this in, and we'll fix the rest of the things in the next video, such as the book description and the pricing and the channels. So make sure you join me on the next video, and I'll walk you through that process. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. This is Dale L. Roberts, #1 best-selling fitness author, signing out.